Hello everyone, Reza here. In this video, we will explore the modern date picker control experience in PowerApps, which is now generally available. We will explore its key properties like how to format the date, set start date, end date, default date, and so much more. So let's check this video out in action. A date picker control in PowerApps is a control that the user can select to specify a date. Our focus is on the modern date picker control in PowerApps, which is now generally available. To leverage modern controls in your PowerApps, make sure under Settings, Updates, you have Modern Controls and Themes turned on. Let's explore the properties of the modern date picker control. The first property is placeholder text. By default, it's select a date. This is the instructional text that appears if no dates are entered. To select a date, I simply click on the date picker control and it opens this nice modern calendar experience. I can pick a specific date and it will set that date in the control. If I click the control, it will open the date picker again. The date I have selected is the 24th. Today's date is also being highlighted here. That's the 20th. The user can change the months to pick the date, or based on the current year, the user can select any month and pick a date. The bottom, go to today. If I select this, it will straight out take me to the month and highlight today's date. You can change the years. You can also select the year, and this will open a 12-year time span that you can choose from. It makes it very easy for the end user to select a specific date. The selected date format is a property of the date picker control. By default, it's LongAbbreviated. It gives the day, the month, the date, and the year. I can change this to short. To see the change in effect, I'll pick a date. It displays the information in short date format. I can also pick year and month. So it just gives me the year and month for that selected date. 3 options are available. If you need custom formatting, the format property for the date picker control, here I can specify my custom date time format. For example, month, day, year. There's that format in action. Let's change the format. We can see the updated format. Date time zone. By default, it displays the date in the user's local time zone. You can also change it to be in UTC if desired. You can set the visibility of this control to on or off. Once a date is selected, if you would like to reset this, I'll insert the modern button. Pick the reset icon only. I'll style the button as type secondary. When this button is clicked, on select, I will use the reset function to reset this date picker control. I click reset. The date picker gets reset to its default value, which is empty. And how do I set a default value? The date picker has a property called selected date. If I enter today, it will default to today's date in the format, which is my custom format that I specified. I'll pick the 24th, click reset. It will set back to its default value. There are various style and theme options that you can choose and set for your modern date picker control. These follow the style and theme of your Power App. And these are the modern themes. The appearance, let's say I change it to outline, so you can see how the style of the date picker control changes. Let's explore some advanced properties. OnChange, whenever the value of the date picker control changes, you can take some form of action, maybe store it in a variable, patch it to a data source. I'll use the notify function. The text that I would like to display in the banner would be selected date is self dot, we have the property selected date. Notification type, I'll say information and show this for 3 seconds. I'll select a date. Selected date is 1/24/2025. If I change my selection, you can see the notification changing. Now, when the user selects the date picker control, they have the full date range available to choose from. However, you can also box the user into specific dates so they can only select those dates. And for that, we have two properties: end date, the latest date to which the user can set a value from this date picker control. Here I'll say date add today's date. Let's say add 30 days to it. So now if I open the date picker control, notice I can select the date to a maximum of 30 days from today. I cannot go beyond that. You can see how it deactivates the selections. However, I can pick any date earlier to today of my choice. So if you would like to decide the earliest date to which the user can select the value from this date picker control, for that, we have a start date property. Start date, I'll pick today. So now I can only pick from a date range starting today up until 30 days from today. I cannot select any other dates. Start of week, this defines the day of the week to display in the first column of the date picker control. You can see it starts with Sunday. Let's say I change this to Monday. Now the start of week becomes Monday. Is editable. By default, this property is off. So the only way the user can enter a date is by selecting the date picker control and picking a date. However, if you turn the is editable property to true, then the user can also type the date. We have a property called ValidationState. This you can set to two values, either none or error. When it's error, the date picker border is highlighted in red. This can be very useful in highlighting to the user that there is an error in the date that they've entered. And you can frame formulas to change the validation state property dynamically. Now currently the format month, date, year is accurate for United States, but for United Kingdom, it's day, month, and then the year. Look, I'll pick the same date. Day first, then month, then year. Now, how do I change the format dynamically depending upon the browser locale of the user? Let's add a modern text control. In PowerApps, we have a function called language. It returns the language tag of the current user. You can use this to tailor your app across locales. If you would like a list of all the supported language formats, use the function language, put any random text, comma. This will list out all the supported locales. EN GB is for United Kingdom. So let's see how I can change the format dynamically based on the language. In the app object, we can create named formulas. I'll create a named formula called fx date format equal to, I'll use the switch function, switch on the language function. If the value is en-us, then my date format is month, day, year. If it is en-GB, which is for United Kingdom, then I'll use the format day, month, year. I can frame all my formats here in the single formula. If it's not United States or United Kingdom, in that case, you use date picker canvas dot format. This is an enum dot, those three options. I'll pick long abbreviated. I'll put a semicolon at the end. Back to my date picker controls format property. I'll simply use fx date format. Notice if I pick a date, browser locale is United States, it picks the US format. I'll go ahead and publish this Power App. Let's run the Power App. Notice it picks the US date time format. I'll change my browser's language setting. My preferred language, I'll make it English UK. And we can see the change. It's day, then the month, then the year. Here, I have a screen in which I am leveraging the modern form control experience, which is also generally available. This app is connected to a data source, in this case, a SharePoint list. On the left, the table control shows the data from that list that I can select. The record that I select, the form control will show the information of that selected record. I have support for full CRUD operations. I can create a record, edit this record, delete this record, or read data. This list in SharePoint has two date and time columns. One of them is due date. For this one, I have not included the time. And completed on, for this column, I have picked date and time, and I have included the time. Whether you select SharePoint or Dataverse, the dates and times are stored in UTC format in the data source. When I use the modern form control and connect it to my SharePoint list, the fields due date was a date only field. So as you can see, it uses the modern date picker control. Notice date time zone is local, so it will get the data from that column in UTC and then convert it to the user's local time zone. Completed on is a date and time column, so it has the date picker control to show the date. Once again, date time zone local. Apart from that, it uses the modern drop-down control to show the hour and minute details for the selected time. So let's explore this record, submit report. Due date 24th of Jan, completed on the 25th of Jan. If I select submit report, due date Jan 24th, completed on Jan 25th. However, it shows as 10. That's 10 a.m. This is in 24-hour format. SharePoint is showing it as 8 a.m. Why the difference? My local time zone is CST, Central Standard Time, United States. My SharePoint site, if I would like to know what's the regional setting for the site, site information, view all site settings, regional settings, the time zone set for it is Pacific Time, US. There is a 2-hour time difference. If I change this to Central, At this point, SharePoint will show the date and time in the central time zone. If I click New, due date is a mandatory field in my data source. If I hit Submit, notice how the validation state property of the date picker control comes alive, and the error message is that due date is required. If I select, I can pick a due date for my task that I am creating. For the data card, we have a property called default. This is set to this item.dueDate. Let's change this. I'll unlock my data card to make changes. Here I'll check to see if this is a new item that's being created. So if my form control, which in my case is called form1, .mode is form mode.new, in that case, by default, you can set the due date to today. There we go. It's a new form, so due date is set to today to begin with. The user can select this and change the due date. I'll submit this. The data gets stored in my data source. Here is the latest item that got created, due date set as Jan 20th. I can edit this item. I can change the date. Submit. Date is now set as Jan 30th. To set the date and time column, select a record, edit, date picker control. I'll pick the date I completed this task on. I can also set the time in this case. Here I'll say 14:30, that is 2:30 p.m. I'll hit submit. Done. Here is the updated item. If you enjoyed this video, then do like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And thank you so much for watching.